Stock market today analysis for Aloha Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. At the 1 minute mark, I want to put a video right here for you. I believe that it will give you an idea of the power of selling cash secured put options on stocks that you'd be happy to own. Really, all you really need is an internet connection, a bank account, and actually, technically, you don't even have to spend money at all. But if you got an internet connection, a bank account, and you have some money, but most people do spend money. So if you spend money at least once a year, if you got these three things together, internet connection, bank account, spend money at least once a year, you have no legitimate reason not to be doing this. I mean, maybe you're already doing something else in the market, so be it. But if you're not, get ready here. That video is going to pop up for you. Boom! That's right there. I put it at the 1 minute mark, so it'll be easy for you to remember. So this little website that I put together here, ihavesuccess.com, it is in existence because I want to help out my fellow human beings. And I just, all I can say is I believe this to be a statement of fact, a truism in 2023. In fact, in 2014 is really when I came to this conclusion. But, I just decided to wait till 2023 to start putting this together. There's free stuff. There's paid stuff. Access to all the YouTube stuff, the mission, the contact us stuff. And you can read through here if you want, but the free stuff basically consists of this YouTube playlist, 5 videos in there. Use that in conjunction with these downloads. You should get a pretty good idea. And then if you really want personalized help, go with this and check that out. Hey, if it's out of your price range, no problem. If you think that it's not worth it, no problem. This is priced at, I put this at a price that makes it worth my time. Because believe it or not, this website is not what I do for a living. I do this out of fun and enjoyment and attempt to help out my fellow human beings. All right, there's tons of free stuff. But if you want to talk with me one-on-one and you want me to fast track you getting set up to do this customized to you, then that's what it is. It is what it is. Well, let's look at what it is on the calendar. All right, so Monday, we're already done with Monday. And Tuesday, we didn't have any big announcements. This one is pretty interesting to me, actually. But I don't know. Okay, unemployment claims. This stuff doesn't seem to be really moving the markets as much as it kind of has in the past. At the moment, I'm not saying that it's done and over. I'm just saying lately. So here's our quick look at the heat index. It's got a mixed bag with red and green, right? So that doesn't really surprise me because we're about 50-50 here, about 50-50 here, about 50-50 here, about 50-50 here, which is kind of in alignment with what I've been thinking for the big picture of that we're just kind of sideways at the moment. Nothing really grabbed my attention on these headlines. Yeah, you got Netflix, la-da-da-da. Some of the things that move the markets temporarily, they're just like flash in the pan type of stuff. And the reaction will be like it's, pardon me, the reaction might be like it's this, really big deal, but it in the big picture, it might not be. That's why you would be benefited by going through this, especially that last video will help you select some stocks that have some good fundamental strength to them. And you can use these little BS type of drops in the price over things that are, not really that big of a deal to get yourself a good discount on a stock that you'd like to be owning. I took a quick peruse through here. There's a lot of option exercising. I'm not familiar enough with insider trading at the moment to know offhand if this can only be one type of option exercise. For example, are they acquiring stock with it? Are they call options? I'm kind of guessing, but I just really don't know. So because I don't know, I don't wanna Most importantly, I don't want to pretend to myself that I do. I'm the number one person I need to not lie to. And then you, my fine fellow friends out there, are number two. But we see some option exercising here with this company. So if that were let's see right there, you can see it's about $3. So I don't know. Are they? Could it be an option exercise? Are they? Do they have put options? Do they buy put options? And they had it at a strike price of $4. I don't know. I'm not sure, and maybe I'll find out some other time. But I'll tell you what, it's not really. I like learning stuff like that, but that stuff doesn't really ever affect my bread and butter strategy. My bread and butter strategy is finding stocks that I want to own that have good fundamentals to them, basically strong financial statements, and then from there do different strategies to acquire them, mainly selling cash secured put options on them, and then if I get a sign, then I'm going to sell covered calls. A lot of data. Watch that playlist. There's another strategy that I do. Watch this playlist to learn those basics. There's another strategy that I do that's very similar to that, but it's a little more advanced, just a little bit, and it allows me to reap a little more money. But I'm not going to tell you that right now because this is just about the stock market today. But I just want to give you a little teaser to, if you haven't started doing this already, start doing it. Even if you're just paper trading, there's nothing wrong with paper trading. People will make you feel like there's something wrong with paper trading. And, let the bigots make you feel like that. If they're bigoted and prejudiced against paper trading, then, that's their problem. And it's very irrational because they're probably not bigoted and prejudiced against training when it comes to fist fighting. They're probably not bigoted and prejudiced against training when it comes to law enforcement, military, firefighting, paramedic, ambulance. Can you imagine anyone that points their finger at you, waving their finger in your virtual face, saying that paper trading's a waste of time, and then because it's not real money, and then they look at the ambulance driver and say, "I don't want you practicing on any fake people." If I'm your first person, that's the way it's going to be. You need the real emotion. So just use some critical thinking, and you can let those people do their Netflix stand-up comedy, but they don't realize that they're being jokesters. The dollar is still kind of in this downward thing, but it's volatile going down, right? TLT 20-year treasury bonds in the bottom of this range, right? We see this range kind of up here to here, and we're back down here again. Now, we're looking at 1 month of data, each candle, this red or green thing, being 1 day. So we really don't have a whole lot of information here, and that's okay for me because I have this set up for me. Right? I'm trying to do my best to help you, but hey, good buddy Brent, I'm here for me first, and that's just how it goes. So if you want to say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that," blah blah blah, I'm just honest about it, where other people are just liars about it. So if you want to deal with liars, you can go deal with liars. You want to deal with honest Brent here, then deal with honest Brent. Whatever, my man, my woman, whatever your pronoun is, it's all G. Like we can do whatever, right? But gold, you see gold going sideways and up just a little bit on the month, and above that 200, right? Or excuse me, 2000. Don't be surprised if this gets whacked down. I know. There's a lot of people saying no, say all this stuff, but tell you what, if the price of gold was really determined by the physical commodity, we might see different behavior throughout the last 50 years than we do now, when the price of gold is determined by futures contracts, where you can dump unlimited amount of futures contracts, right? What does selling pressure do? Pushes prices down. And so whatever. So don't be surprised if you see that. I've seen that go on so many times where I'm a little surprised when it's going up. Oil. But oil is kind of moving sideways here, right? We got a gap, little gapperoni, $5 gap right there. And seems like it's just going to hang out on the bottom side of that 200-day moving average. Now, this is not Bitcoin. That's the futures of Bitcoin. But since the state of Hawaii doesn't allow me to easily trade this anyways, because it's a flippin' nanny state, and I guess I'm the sucker for living here, right? Yeah, that's how I have to change that sometime. So right now, Bitcoin futures pushing up against that 30,000 mark. VIX, gosh, golly gee, we hit another low for the month, man. It is just pushing down, right? SPX, you see that moving up on the month. Same with Dow Jones. NASDAQ, yeah, I mean on the month moving up, and same with the Russell 2000. But look at the sidewaysness, right? It's kind of going up, but it's do you see that? Definitely kind of here. Definitely we got that over here, and here we got this kind of range of sideways, tighter right in there. So good buddy Brent is not surprised. I'm not surprised, stock market, because I was thinking, I've been thinking for a while. You may or may not have heard me talk about when I bring out my handy dandy writing instrument and talk about forces pushing stocks up. What kind of forces might that be? Things like the plunge protection team, president's president's working group on the financial markets. You can look it up. You can look what your President Ronald Reagan did back in 1988, which is still in existence, and helps regulate the markets. Regulate means what? I guess it means different things to different people, but what it might mean to some people is I don't want the stocks dropping on my watch when I'm going up for re-election. So we got things that help push the stock market up, right? And a lot of it has to do with the political stuff of keeping people happy, right? Give them the bread and circus. And we got things pushing the stock market down. I'm sure sending a bunch of money to fund wars all over the world, that's probably, I know it helps out with Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, but it's probably not helping out McDonald's. So we got forces pushing things down, we got forces pushes things up, and so far we're still going sideways. Sideways, right? So we're looking to see, we being me, myself, and I, looking to see what's going to happen around this 420. What's going to happen around the 420? I know some people are going to light it up on the 420. And I'm also looking to see at the 380. And I know what some people are going to do at the 380. They're going to say that's not powerful enough. And they'll really go bonkers. The 380 people really go bonkers when it gets down here to 22. So let's see. The last time it started getting close to 420, right? It took a turn over here, right? And then it started getting close to 380. It took a turn back up. Now we're getting close to that 420. So until it breaks out of there, it hasn't. Until it breaks out of there, we're in this range, and that's why I love selling cash secured put options. Sometimes I'm selling them on stocks that I want to own for long term. Sometimes I'm selling stocks that I want to more do the wheel strategy with. Check out that website and that free stuff to learn more about the wheel strategy. And so that's still what I see happening. And because I do more option selling than directional trading, it's working out well for me. Right now, even though up, but in the last X amount of trading days going sideways. I had a little pivot here. What is it going to start doing? Let's see. Up here. Up, but you can, we're just kind of doing this. See what I mean? It's kind of ranging, but we do have a low, higher low on 1 month. Okay, we're up here, starting to move sideways. Definitely moving sideways here. It's up on the month, but last couple days sideways through here, a little bit lower. Or up right here, kind of moving up right here. But if you look from here to here, it's back to sideways over here in energy. I would like you to join me now in looking at the top 10 holdings of the 4 big indices. And let's start with the SPY. SPY. All right, so SPY, we're here. So what's going to happen over here? We'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely like we got a range roughly of about, I don't know, 6 months. Got a range of about here to here. Let's fly through it faster on the year chart. I'm seeing like this tightening up thing. We got some resistance right here. Pass this a little bit right here. Right through here. So let's see if what's gonna happen. Now we're going back to what's gonna happen, kind of going up to and moving through 420, the 425, 430 up to 440. So last time we looked at this, it went the opposite direction. What's gonna happen this time? We'll find out. We'll look at the top 10 big holdings of this. Apple is moving up here. We see we had a bit of a, well, we don't know what's going on yet. It's only 1 year. We have to move it to 2 years. But okay, we'll look at this high right here. This is where it pivoted last time. It's kind of moving up to that high. We'll see what happens. You see it got up here, pivoted, came back down to 160, moving back up here. So let's see how it goes. I'm not going to be surprised if it starts moving up higher. Volume is it's not like really low volume. It's not like super high volume. But this is a strong, just straight run up, and we had a strong straight run up, pulled back, made this little W right here, and it continuing to go up. So what's going to happen? Is this going to pull back a little bit and then continue to go up? We will see. Microsoft, okay, hitting against this, what is that, 290-ish, in that 290 range. We see we got some resistance right in there. Big old W right there. So let's see if it passes through that. Amazon not looking as pretty as Microsoft or Apple, at least pretty to the bullish crowd, but it's trying to make its way back up. Meta's usually been a stronger one. Yep. After that gap, it kind of pulled back and retested that, did this possible little cup and handle thing, gapped up, and just kind of took off from there. And now looks like in the year hitting back to this high point right in there. So we'll see what happens through that range. Of course, CIA's got to be in here more than one time. CIA is kind of like a mixture between Meta and Amazon, right in the middle of there. And what's happening? We got a lot of, see all this kind of price congestion right in there. So we're in that range. Let's see if it's going to break through that. Put it in here twice. Why? Because it's just undercover operations, I guess. I don't know. Berkshire Hathaway was kind of doing the sideways stuff for a little while, and it's sort of breaking out of that. Let's see if it runs, how far it runs to the upside, which kind of McDonald's been doing that same thing. And let's see, here's our high point over the last year. Let's see how far it's gonna go out of that. So maybe it's really gonna break out of that resistance. Maybe start. Maybe this 320-ish area is gonna become support now. Tesla, another one that kind of looks like the Amazon look, where it just been kind of down on the year, and the stock is probably going to go to the moon when their main figurehead starts doing all the start saving the world, as some of the people in Hawaii have been telling me is going to happen. Nvidia, kind of getting this sideways little thing right now. It's sort of looks like it's taking a rest or running out of steam on this uptrend, but it had a very long rip up, right, with a little bit of pullback here, gapping up with some power right there. Boom, some powerful move over there around that earnings time, and starting to make this little sideways range, which is great. Great if you are Nvidia bull, because it definitely got the horns in there. JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase is another one that just, look at that amazing gap up there, right around the earnings. And if you would have timed this, that straddle properly, you would have got paid. Good buddy Brent, though, haven't been doing straddles in quite a while. We're going to look at the Qs next. The reason why we're looking at the Qs next is because for whatever reason, the Securities and Exchange Commission doesn't follow the whole ESG, environmental, social governance type of things that they bark to the actual CEOs. Because where's the inclusion and diversity? Look at this. This is the Qs, top 10. Did we see Apple already? Oh, yeah. Did we see Microsoft already? Oh, yeah. Did we see Amazon already? Yep. Did we see Google already? Yeah. Well, at least they're not putting Google in there twice, right? Meta, we got in there. Tesla, we got in there. Well, golly gee, you just had to put the CIA in there twice again. Holy shucks, you did. NVIDIA, you put that one in there again. Okay, here's your diversity. PayPal and Adobe. Oh man, the hypocrites. And I'm not saying you shouldn't trade in the stock market. I'm just saying call a spade, right? Unless unless it's a spade that identifies as an ace. You do what you want to do with that. But these people are they're just basically some big hypocrites. And but hey, don't stop making money just because they're hypocrites, right? Don't let their hypocrisy ruin your bank account. And so what do we got here on Adobe? All right, we're looks like we're running into this resistance type of area right in there with the old PayPal. Man, PayPal is just going sideways. Look at that. Man, and it's just really been sideways. But what can you say? I don't know. You can say a lot of things. I can say a lot of things, but what's meaningful? Maybe that's what's more important, is to figure out not what can you say, but what has true meaning and value when you say things. So over here, we're looking at the Dow Jones. Did we look at the whole, I'm not sure if we looked at the whole Qs. All right, here's the whole Qs. It kind of reminds me of a bit of a Google look. Kind of that mixture between like Berkshire Hathaway and Tesla, where it's just kind of took a little while to get over that 200-day moving average, starting to move sideways a little bit right in here, and yeah, I don't know where that resistance is really coming from, but see some right in there. We'll have to see what happens around that 330. Let's look at that Dow Jones. Dow Jones, and overall, I mean, at the moment, I'm seeing sideways, really, because this is where it was a year ago, right? And I get it, it's a little bit lower, but it's like, I mean, we see that in the 200-day moving average, and but it's almost at 340 right now, right? It's like not that far away from where it was, $5 away from where it was a year ago. So it went all the way down here, and went all the way back up, and to see how things played out. United Health Group. This one seems pretty fun. If I wasn't already wrapped up in doing these certain strategies and wrapped up with my time doing different things, I'd be looking at this of how to trade this, because it's pretty volatile. Look at this. Big move up, big move down, and it's like between here and here, and we're kind of in the middle of that, and that's doing some sideways shuffle in the big picture. Government Sachs. Big picture, right? We're in the middle, right? Here's the low, here's the high. We're in the middle of there. Home Depot's trying to make this recovery here. If you to buy like maybe 5 shares of Home Depot or 2 shares, if that's your strategy, that's your style, that's gravy. But you got a bigger account, pick up 100 shares down here. I have not done the fundamental analysis on this, but I have an acquaintance. I do not vouch for his. I have an acquaintance that I believe is educated in fundamental analysis. However, I just don't know if I necessarily agree with this person all the time, and I don't know him well enough that we really have been able to talk about things. But anyways, he views Home Depot is a lucrative company, and he was saying in this somewhere in this range. I wasn't paying that much attention. I just heard him talking about that. So anyways, if that's something in your price range, would have been good. You know, speaking of that though, like pretend it is in your price range, or maybe it is. You know, up here, like down here, definitely, like with hindsight, right? Hindsight 2020, you could have sold put options way over here. Where can you sell some put options though? When it's all the way up this range at the 280, what's the premium going to be like? Let's look at 30 days just to take a quick look. Put option at 280. Hey, that's not that bad, right? If you got the capital for that, you know, in 30 days, you're potentially making highest it sold today was for $335, make $300. Granted, right? It's gonna be tying up some cashola, but that's life, man. That's welcome to the world. Welcome to the stock market. Welcome to the world of selling cash secured put options. You know, you don't you either play within your budget or you play a different game. And I'm happy to be the bearer of that reality. So over here, we're at the top of this range right now, over on Microsoft. Let's see how that goes. We already looked at Microsoft. Oh, that's those guys. They don't have much inclusivity and diversity over here. And I live in the state of Hawaii, and we got a lot of inclusivity and diversity over here. We got a lot of diversion over here too. Some people keeping their mind fed with some BS that just don't matter, in my opinion, right? My humble opinion. Over here on Salesforce, we're past this range right in here. Breaking out of that, let's see how far it's gonna go. Right, it had a pretty good run going. McDonald's, man, good thing I didn't sell that iron condor on there. I was looking for my I think my short strike was gonna be about 280 or 285. Woo, doggies! Tell you what, these people that say paper trading is a waste of time, those are suckers. Can you imagine someone that like paper trading this? Would have been great, because then I would have to deal with some discomfort, right, in the paper trading. Real life account, good thing I didn't do it in my real life account. Tell you what, I was tempted to do it, but I didn't. I didn't do it in my paper trading account either. I should have did it in that, just to learn to deal with that. But normally, you know, I like selling options in a way that upon expiration, I have a very, very difficult time losing. When you're selling spreads, not so much the case. Although there are ways to adjust that, and you know, sometimes there's ways that you can do it where, as long as you're happy to buy the stock around that price, it's like you're really not going to lose unless it pulls a Enron or a Blockbuster. So try to be strategic in picking those stocks. All right, so over here on Honeywell, had been in the strong downtrend, but it was like channeling down, right? Very, very volatile down, and now it's on the Jefferson's path of moving on up. We'll see if it's going to be able to move on up past this resistance. That looks like some tough resistance right in here. We saw it over here before. We see a little pivot in there, even in there. So let's see what happens with that. Visa. I met a gentleman that works at American Express. It's like, hot dogs. You, man, your business model is just fantastic, right? You got a piece of plastic. You know, what do you really have for overhead? You got some payroll. I know you got a little bit of overhead, but it's not like you're producing a widget, right? And so, anyways, it looks like we're dealing with this top end of the range right here, and that was pretty interesting. Let's see how far it's gonna go. Is it gonna go back up to here? Amgen. All right, Amgen. So we're back into this range, right? We're back there. So it's just really went sideways, right? It went down here, went all the way up there, and pulled all the way back here, just kind of doing sideways, which is not a surprise. You know, not a surprise. I'm not surprised. Nate Diaz is not surprised, right? He's not surprised. Sideways, not surprised. Boeing, all right. Boeing didn't break out, but it's still doing the sideways shuffle thing. You got a paper trading account, Set yourself up with an iron condor in your paper trading account. Do not do that with your real money. I've never even looked at doing it before. But throw it on paper trading. Whatever. If this was a paper trading account, maybe I'll throw it on there right now. But it's not a paper trading account. All right, we got one more to look through, and then I'm gonna turn off this microphone. I'll start at you think I'm acting silly? Wait till the microphone's off, and I really start getting silly. All right, so what do you see in here? Well, we got a high over here, we got a low over here, and we're not quite in the middle. This is kind of more of the middle of that, but I'm trying to get in the middle of that, and sort of reminds me of the S&P 500, where it seems like it's kind of that. Seems like the trading range is getting tighter. Oh, AMC, that movie stuff. It just I looked at selling naked calls against this, because sometimes I do that with something else that's sort of in this meme stock realm, and just the premium really much sucked on that. So AMC, I don't have any much. I don't have. Maybe if someone has a trading thing, you can share it. Not so much because I want to do it, but maybe share it with my fine fellow friends around here. What do we got over here on Shockwave? Moving on up, we got a nice cup forming here. Is it going to make a little handle pull back somewhere in here? I want to be surprised if it does pull back. I want to be surprised if it pull back kind of into this area. Let's see if it's going to shoot up. Shockwave Medical, and we saw the right, medical's kind of overall been moving up. It pulled back for a little while, but medical I'm digging it overall as a sector. Biohaven, look at this. Hasn't been trading long enough to have that to have its own 200-day moving average yet. And I know they definitely got some diversity and inclusion over here in the Russell 2000. They're putting the freshest blood in here. Biohaven. Gotta figure out what Biohaven Pharmaceuticals do. In pharmaceuticals, and they're trading them. You probably gotta have its own little strategy. A lot of I actually just finished the options trading course, Honolulu Options Traders, and I just finished it tonight. We wrapped up around 7:30, and Professor Graham was saying, "Hey, stay away from those pharmaceuticals when you're doing these option trades, because they ain't good for us." And so we're sideways though right now. Right, I get it. It's up from here to here, but overall, you're looking at a year. To me, it looks pretty sideways. Intelia, down. Crocs. I don't remember. I didn't leave. I didn't venture out too much today, so I don't remember seeing anyone wearing Crocs. But we broke this resistance right here. Crocs has been shooting up. It seems like a good one to trade. You got the capital, you got the know-how. I think a lot of these Russell 2000 stocks, the more I've been looking at them, they look fun. They look really, really volatile. Maybe you live in Eastern Standard Time Zone. Maybe you're a trust fund baby. Maybe you worked really hard and you didn't need someone else giving you money, but now you got your own money, and now you can just enjoy. Instead of playing golf, you can enjoy playing the markets, financial markets. And we got some resistance right through here. Came up, hit this 150 for the old chart industries, pulled back, and now right through here. Looks like these candles, right? They gapped up here. These candles seem to be the range of the width of the body, right? And yeah, okay. You know what? I'm a Master Trader fan. All right, so I've been watching, learning from them for several years now. So yeah, I'll use their terminology. All right. Okay, they're my teachers. They're my, Greg. I like Greg. No offense to Dan, but I dig Greg. I like listening to Greg in the overall when he's looking at the broad markets. So Corona, we see the big gap up, and it's kind of just been floating down. Therapeutics. Probably, I wonder if it falls into some sort of pharmaceutical stuff. Pelios. What's a Pelios doing? Gappy, right? Gappy. So you gotta have your gap trading skills ready to fire, because it gapped over the 70, right? If you were selling some sort of call there, boom, you would have got hit. If it was a covered call, if your strike was at 70, oh man, that's how the game goes though. Sometimes you leave money on the table, and it's a risk reward. There's always this balance, right? When you're doing this stuff. For me personally, because of my lifestyle, the time zone that I currently live in, I'm okay with leaving money on the table because I want a good night's sleep. And not just that I want a good night's sleep, like if I'm stressed out about market stuff, I'm waking up at like 3 in the morning. I don't want to be doing that. And don't give me this crap. You only need 4 hours of sleep. Speak for yourself. It's like, me telling you only need 100 calories or whatever. You only need 1,000 calories. Oh, no, I need more than that. Enrico-chan over here, she only needs 1,000 calories. That means you only need 1,000 calories. But then you're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, everybody's different. Oh, but then when you want to talk about my sleep, then we're not all different, right? So, when it comes to the stock market, you see in society, there's a lot of these like borderline hypocritical things, and maybe hypocritical isn't the right word, but it's just like it's like beliefs and opinions and things of that nature that form in a human's brain are not consistent, right? Not all the time. So what I try to do myself, and what I would recommend for you to try to do too, to be the most effective trader you can, because we really are up against some heavy odds. You're not Hunter Biden. You're not Ken Griffin. I'm not Hunter Biden. I'm not Ken Griffin. You and I are not going to get special treatment from Gary Gensler, right? We are not Sam Bankman-Fried. We are not going to get special treatment. Those people will get special treatment. You and I won't. So it really is our skill and ability that is going to allow us to make money and keep money, or keep money and then make money, however you want to arrange it. But to lose money, right? Inconsistency in your thought process could eventually cause you to lose money. So try to work those things out. Like look at that glaring inconsistency, how people will poo-poo paper trading in the stock market. They'll poo-poo practicing. But yet if they were going to be a firefighter, they wouldn't rush into the risk without practicing first, right? What a bunch of baloney. And then but they're not able to see it. So you want to see those things. You want to see your thought patterns that are basically like illogical, right? Try to get some logic down, but you want to do that also in this, kind of keep it in mind, the old Robert Kiyosaki, 3 sides to a coin, right? This is the coin right here. You got the heads. You got the tail. There's actually this little edge, right? Most people think there's 2 sides to a coin because these 2 sides are the biggest side. They're the most obvious side. But there's this edge. And Robert says that our job as an entrepreneur or an investor is to stand on this edge so we can see both sides. And when you start doing this more, what I've found for myself, when I start doing this more, and I think if you start doing this more, you will be less polarized, because when a person is only on this side or this side, they can't see the other side, can they? Hey, don't give me some BS that you can over there. don't just give my example, right? My artistic skills. I am literally Pablo Picasso. You don't know that, but I am. I'm just trying to keep it on the DL. So anyways, you see right here, this is your position to see both sides. This person can't see the other side. This person can't see the other side. Maybe they know there's another side, but this person's able to make the best decision with the most information. That's what you want to do, right? Consider you have biases, you have flaws. I do, you do, we all do, right? To pretend they don't exist is not going to help you. And then you try to work out those inconsistencies in your thinking, and all those different type of things. Like, so if someone says the stock market's rigged, and all of a sudden you're defending, no, the stock market's not rigged. Well, how about seeing both sides? How about what ways might it be rigged, and what ways might it not be rigged? And how do you take that information to make the best decision so you can make the most amount of money with the least amount of headache for you and your family? You guys have a fantastic day. Feel free to reach out to me here or leave a comment. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Like, I am not trying to replace my full-time job with making money by selling the stuff. So I'm personally not gonna put up with stuff that I don't feel like putting up with. Right? In my real job, for the last like 15 years of my life, I have made myself pretty indispensable to a lot of companies and ran some companies from learning how to deal with difficult people. Basically, debatably mastering the art of face-to-face sales. And a lot of times I'm dealing with people I don't feel like dealing with. If sooner or later this replaces my income, it's only going to be done in such a way where I don't deal with people I don't feel like dealing with. Right? If you're going to be a whiner, I'm only going to deal with people that I want to be friends with. Right? And that's just the way that goes. And I hope you are able to set up something in your life also that you can strive to and do something like that, where you just deal with the people that you want to deal with. It doesn't mean like I want to be rude or something, but I've had people leave some like complaining comments and like some like I don't know what you call it. I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do? Like you're not paying me any money. I'm not. What do you want me to do? And then I kind of did what I felt like I needed to do, and this person's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, get out of here. Like, you want to keep making comments, you can keep making comments, but I'm gonna turn you into, like, for me, I'm just gonna make fun of you until you leave. All right, whatever, or just ignore you. I don't know, but so that's the deal, right? That's the deal. I'm definitely willing to spend my time helping people once the price is paid. That's going to be worth my time, and as long as you have the personality that I don't feel like you're an irritant to my personality. And that's just how it goes, right? Not everybody gets along with everybody. I don't like whiners. I don't like complainers. I don't like excuse makers. And I do my best not to be those things. And if I notice myself being those, I slap the shit out of myself, theoretically, figuratively, and I try to adjust myself, right? So those are the type of people I like. If you want to learn from someone like me, you let me know. If not, aloha.